So I lied a little bit. I did get myself a planter, not the big raised planters I wanted, but I got 3 of these, probably about £6 for the 3. And I'm going to show you now what to do about tomatoes. Now, again, I'm not an expert, it's my first year growing tomatoes, but these need to be pruned back a bit. Oh, they smell lovely. The poles need to be put in, they need to be tied up and mulched. Now, I've learnt this myself from tutorials, so if I get anything wrong, please feel free to put it in the comments and tell me how I can do better. So there's 2 tomato plants in here, that's all they'll fit. I think the soil might be a bit low, but we're going to start by putting the poles in to support them. Now, I'm using this, I'm not using a wire because apparently wire can cut into the stems a little bit, so I'm going to use this. Ideally I'd want a thicker tape. Now I should be cutting it with scissors, but I'm ill prepared. So, please, oh, my secretary's doing it. I'm going to tie it, this to, a bit lower, tie this to the pole for a bit of support here. Do my second one. Now, gives it a bit of support. So these are just cherry tomatoes. Picked up 2 little seed, well, they were bigger than seedlings, I think. They were just about this tall when I planted them in the soil here. So let's pull this down a bit so you can see. Now apparently, if it's not mulched, bacteria and stuff from the soil can go onto the leaves and cause diseases. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away some of these little lower leaves. Apparently this also helps with, you know, the energy is not going to here. It's going to go into the fruit. So I'm going to cut away the lower leaves, lower stems, to keep this away. And there's no flowers on here. You can see like here where it's budding a little bit. And again, tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So I'm cutting these lower stems away. Just because they're not going to get any fruit on them. And that way I'm clearing the space so when I water, it doesn't splash onto the leaves and cause any issues. Now, got loads of this for the horses. I'm going to mulch it. So this also helps prevent disease. So I'm going to put some straw around the top. It stops weeds growing. I mean, not that many weeds can grow in this tiny little thing. But let's see, if I get tomatoes this year, I might be able to get some big planters next year. So, so as you can see, now I've mulched it. That's going to protect the leaves from anything that's in the soil. I've cut some of the leaves back here, so it can send all the nutrients and energy up here into the flowers. I don't know, I don't seem to have many flowers, so we'll have to just see how this goes. I might not have done it properly, but we'll keep an eye on them and hopefully they'll keep learning. It's probably not the best tutorial, but you get the idea. I probably just didn't do it properly to begin with. So let's see, we'll keep an eye on them. There's a few, I mean there are a few flowers here, so let's see, eh? Time will tell.